Welcome to Crescent Town Community News, and my name is Rafiul.
And my name is Arko. The Crescent Town Community News is produced by Youth Assisting Youth in partnership with Regent Park Focus Youth Media Arts Center.
Our show has a focus on youth.
Bullying and violence is a problem in most of Toronto's schools and communities.
One of the ways to deal with this is through information and awareness.
That's why we hosted a visit from an undercover officer from the Toronto Police Department.
Here's a little of what he had to say.
You've been in school since kindergarten.
Yeah.
Now, what you need to realize is that your time in that building, whether it's this building or wherever you go to school, you spend most of your life in that building. During the school year, you spend more time in that building than you do at home. You spend more time awake and alert than you do at home. And because of that, your school actually becomes a home away from home. It becomes a community. Now, I know a lot of things about communities. And one of the things I know is that each community has a different culture. Not meaning where you're from or what your ethnic background is, but just a culture in how people treat each other, what's acceptable, what's not acceptable, and how people react to one another, and the things that are happening within that school or within that community. Another thing that I realized, as far as being a police officer, is that when you're dealing with conflict, when you got a problem with somebody, if you're in the outside communities, it's very easy to just stay away from that person because you got a lot of space. But if you're in school and you have a problem with somebody, it's more difficult because you have to keep on coming back to school to see that person and have that same problem, unless you find a way to resolve it, work it out. And what a lot of young people can't do well is talk to those people or talk to the people that can change things. If there was a fight in your school, who would know about it first? The kids or the teachers?
Kids.
Yeah. One thing that I understand with all the school communities that I've been to is that the students would know about some sort of problem happening in the school before the adults. But another thing I realized is that information about the fight, well, the students don't share that information with the teachers. Why do you think that happens? Why do you think they don't talk to the teachers? Yes?
The bully probably threatens them that if they tell the teacher something, they'll beat them up even more or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. That's one of the reasons. Another reason?
They're gonna think the person who told the teachers are kind of snitching on them, and they're a snitch.
You guys are pretty smart. So you got a top 4, you guys already hit 1 and 2 out of my top 4. I don't want to be the one that gets bullied next because I went and told the teacher. And 2, I don't want to be considered a snitch. Any other reasons why you wouldn't want to talk to the teacher or the principal?
You want to stay out of it?
I just want to stay out of it. I don't care. It's none of my business.
You don't want to get involved?
I don't want to get involved. Yes, that's 3 out of my top 4. Another reason? Maybe you guys can get 1, 2, 3, 4 in a row. Any other reasons why you wouldn't want to talk to the teacher about what's going on? Yes?
You're scared?
You're scared, okay. Okay. That kind of goes with the I don't want to get beat up. Go ahead.
The teachers might think, since you knew about it for a long time maybe, the teachers might get angry at you.
Interesting. You know, why do you think that? Has that happened to you before?
No, but I'm just guessing because if there's like something really serious, like that someone could get suspended, and that kid did something to the person and he kept doing it or she kept doing it, and they could have got suspended for that and no one saying anything.
All right.
Maybe the teacher might get mad at me.
Okay, well, you know what? I got to tell you guys, whatever it is, I call them building barriers. You know what a barrier is, right?
Yeah.
Like a wall. I call it, when you build barriers for yourself, when you come up with these reasons whether it's I don't want to be considered a snitch, or I don't care, or it's none of my business, or even one that you did mention, well, one of the people involved in the fight is my friend and I don't want to tell him my friend, right? Whatever it is, those barriers sometimes get in the way of doing the right thing at the right time, getting the right information to the right people at the right time. If I were to sit and ask you guys now, if something bad was going to happen tonight, when would be the best time to tell somebody that can change it and fix it? Before the bad thing was going to happen, or after?
Right now.
Right now, yeah. But for whatever reason, if you put that in a school community situation, or even sometimes in a normal community situation, people have all these dilemmas, they have all these reasons and barriers that they put in front of them that prevents them from getting that information to the right people at the right time. That's some of the reasons why we have the issues in our communities right now when it comes to the violence and the crimes that are committed in our city. When I was a uniform officer, we received a call, which was a normal call, about a noise complaint. And the man that was calling was kind of rude. He was really upset that his neighbors were making a whole bunch of noise for the last half hour. It was 10 o'clock at night, and he wanted to go to bed. And with that being said, it just seems like a normal noise complaint. But he also said, I'm not going out to talk to my neighbors because I pay my taxes, and that's the police's job. And by the way, when you come here, I don't want you to come to my house and knock on my door, because I don't want my neighbors to see you talking to me. What does that sound like?
He's hiding something.
He's hiding something, or he doesn't want to be considered.
And like involved or get scared because he might think the neighbor is gonna like after the incident happens, the neighbor is gonna be like get revenge or something.
Or get revenge on him, or he doesn't want to be considered a snitch among his neighbors, right? It's the same thing, the same attitude that you have, but that's what it kind of looks like when you become an adult, right? As a result, we showed up at the apartment building, and we showed up to the 8th floor. We didn't hear anything, so we decided to take the elevator up to the 9th floor. We didn't hear anything there either, so we decided to take the stairs down, and we walked down the stairs, and when we got to the stairwell, we heard noise from further down the stairwell, like crying. So we continued down the stairwell to the 7th, 6th, and then the 5th floor. We found a young woman who reported to us she was attacked by 4 men. It was her that was screaming for help. The 4 men got away, and as a result, what we saw as police, and as far as that community was concerned in that building, was that the community itself allowed that crime to happen. No one said anything on the 7th floor, on the 6th floor, and on the 5th floor where she was attacked. No one called. Only one person called a half hour later, because on the 8th floor, because he was annoyed that he couldn't go to sleep, not because he was concerned about his community. So can you see the problem there?
The officer ended the show by showing how important it is to report a crime or incident right away.
For those of you who want to stay anonymous, go to Crime Stoppers.
My name is Arco.
And my name is Rafiel, and thank you for watching Crescent Town Community News.